For years, we've been told the same story. Artificial intelligence was supposed to make life more efficient. Smarter systems, faster software, lower costs, a more productive world. And to be honest, much of that story might actually be true. But there's been a development in the last few weeks that caught my attention. Apple, one of the world's most powerful tech companies, announced that it was raising the prices of certain MacBook and iPad models. At first glance, this seems like a very ordinary piece of news. Companies raise prices, costs go up, life goes on. But this time, there's something different. Apple's stated reason isn't a new tax, labor costs, or logistics issues. The reason is artificial intelligence. Yes, you heard that right. Artificial intelligence. More specifically, the massive amounts of memory and storage chips consumed by AI data centers. This is where the interesting part of the story begins. Most of us view artificial intelligence as a software story. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Copilot. These are the things we see on the screen. But behind the screen lies a completely different world. Thousands of data centers, millions of chips, gigawatt-level energy consumption, and now a global memory race. According to data reported by Reuters, memory manufacturers are allocating an increasing amount of capacity to AI servers. That's where the highest profits lie. If you were a company, you'd probably do the same. If you can sell a product you manufacture in the same factory to Nvidia and earn much higher revenue, why would you prioritize less profitable consumer electronics? The problem is, consumers are now beginning to feel the consequences of this choice. According to Apple, the industry is facing cost pressures on a scale not seen in years. Company executives say the rise in memory prices has reached levels that can no longer be absorbed. But what's interesting here isn't just the rising prices, it's the timing. Because just a few years ago, the tech world was grappling with a completely different problem. A chip surplus. Post-pandemic demand had slowed, many manufacturers had expanded their capacity, and the industry had begun discussing the risk of oversupply. Today, however, we're talking about the exact opposite. Because AI data centers are now competing for the same resources as the hardware used by ordinary consumers, and this competition is growing by the day. Perhaps for the first time, we're beginning to see the direct impact of billions of dollars in AI investments right on store shelves. At this point, another question comes to mind. Perhaps we've miscalculated the true cost of the AI revolution. So far, everyone has been talking about the cost of data centers. How much is Microsoft spending? How many billions of dollars is Google investing? How many new data centers is Meta building? But very few people are asking this question. Who will ultimately foot the bill for this race? Maybe the answer isn't as complicated as we think. Maybe the bill will go straight to the consumer. Today, it's the MacBook and the iPad. Tomorrow, it will be other products. Because these memory chips aren't used exclusively in Apple devices. They're also used in phones, game consoles, computers, and cars. They're found in nearly every electronic device in the modern world. And if supply is limited, it's no surprise that prices rise. In fact, we can draw a bigger economic lesson from this. In the tech world, we often talk about the digital, software, apps, algorithms. But ultimately, every technological revolution relies on the physical world. Iron, copper, energy, water, semiconductors. And now we see that the AI revolution isn't much different. No matter how advanced it gets, it ultimately consumes real-world resources. The AI revolution may be digital, but its cost is very much physical. Perhaps Apple's price hike isn't just corporate news. Perhaps this is one of the first visible signs of inflation in the age of AI. And if so, the real question in the coming years won't be how smart AI will become. It will be who will pay for this infrastructure. If you value the truth beyond the headlines, Subscribe to the EcoVantage report. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.